Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. My name is Krista, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to utilize the Q&A button to type your questions at any time. I encourage you to sign up for more sessions that are happening later today and check the schedule on the website to see what might be interesting to you. All sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/yesprep. And now to start us off, the University of Alabama. Oh, Megan, you're muted.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm Megan Borden. I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama. I am located here in Texas, in Houston, Texas, to kind of make myself a little bit more convenient for my students in case you have questions regarding Alabama, the application process, scholarships. I'm your girl. So the University of Alabama, we are located in Tuscaloosa. We are a little rural urban mixture with a little over 38,000 students that attend the University of Alabama. It takes about 9 to 10 hour drive to get to University of Alabama if you're planning to drive, or if you want to fly, we do have direct flights from IAH, or you can go to Hobby. So either airport, you would fly to Birmingham, and that's a 45-minute to an hour drive to the University of Alabama itself. We do also have a little over 50% of our student population is from out of state, and we have anywhere from 100 to 150 Texans that attend the University of Alabama. So you'll be in great company. We also have to become a legend, to apply to the University of Alabama. The application process, you can do it on the Common App or through our website. Either one is fine. Starting next week, the week of October 18th through Friday, we will be doing a free application week. So please take advantage of that. So it does waive that $40 and saves that in your pocket. We are test optional for my seniors this year. We are still being determined for my juniors and sophomores and so on. We'll know by the spring, hopefully, if we'll continue to be test optional or not. But for my seniors this year, we are test optional. There's also not an essay requirement, so you are welcome. So you, again, apply through either portal. The application for admission is also the scholarship application. So whenever you're filling it out, we're basically asking questions that would be on your resume. As long as you submit your application to us before or by January 15th, you will be automatically considered for scholarships. Our competitive scholarships at the University of Alabama, we are just looking at your high school GPA and what you put on that application. So regardless if you submit a test score to us or not, we are not looking at your test score for the competitive scholarships, just your GPA and what you put on that application. For the automatic merit scholarships, these are requiring a test score, and here's a visual to kind of give you an idea. So as long as you have one of the test scores, so either the ACT or SAT, and the GPA to go along with that test score, we are automatically awarding you a scholarship just for applying to the University of Alabama and being accepted. The last test date that we will accept is February. So even if you apply test optional, you can still submit a test score to us that will be considered for just scholarships, not the admission process. For activities and involvement at the University of Alabama, there is that misconception that you have to be involved in a sorority or fraternity to get involved on campus. We have over only 35% of our student population is Greek. So we have, so if that's something you want to do, by all means, take advantage of it. But by no means do you have to get involved in a sorority or fraternity to get involved on campus. We have over 650 plus organizations and clubs that you can get involved with and find your group and your people for college. University of Alabama, we do require freshman students to live on campus their first year. We have both residential and dormitories. Dormitories on campus is going to be your communal showers, communal bathrooms, for example, where you share a room with your roommate. The residential styles are going to be where you share a room with your roommate, but you share that one bathroom with that one person. So we have a ton of options for our students, and housing application has opened. So for those of you who have already been admitted and applied to Alabama, I encourage you to go ahead and register for housing. So ready, set, confetti. So we are very proud of our athletics at the University of Alabama. We are D1 and SEC conference institution. We're very proud of our student athletes. Although we are known for our athletics, we are also known for our academics at the University of Alabama as well. Some of our popular colleges at Alabama is going to be our College of Engineering, College of Business, Nursing, Communications, for example. Overall, as a university, we are number 1 in the SEC, number 2 in the nation for internship placement. So getting a job after graduation is extremely high. We also have what's called New College, where we could potentially customize and create you a degree. So definitely check us out. Planning a visit at the University of Alabama, there's a QR code here on the bottom of the screen where you can take advantage of signing up for and registering for a campus visit. If you decide to visit our university, please let me know. I would be more than happy to get something customized for you. So that way you're not just doing the tour and traveling all the way from Texas. I'd love to make the most of your time and also allow you to be able to meet with the college of your intended major, or possibly even some organizations that you might be interested in joining while you're at Alabama as well. So again, my name's Megan Borden. I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama, again, located here in Houston. So please take advantage of reaching out to me if you have questions, if your parents or family have any questions about the university. I'm happy to help answer any of those questions throughout the process. And again, thank you so much for joining, and roll Tide.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the University of Iowa.
All right, y'all. Good morning. My name is Lacey Patterson, and I am your admissions counselor. I live here in Texas, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. The University of Iowa is located in Iowa City, Iowa, and we're home to the Hawkeyes. The University of Iowa is the flagship university, a Tier 1 research institution, and member of the Big Ten. Iowa is also home to one of the most acclaimed medical centers, as well as a globalized leader in the study and craft of writing. With over 31,000 total students on our campus, our community is rich in culture and celebrates the history and story that each student brings to our campus. This year, the first year class, we welcomed our most academically accomplished class to the University of Iowa. So I'm happy to share with you about who's coming to the University of Iowa. At Iowa, 1 in 3 undergraduate students are engaged in research at any given time. Students can expect access to faculty with a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and the average undergraduate class size is 30 students or less for 80% of our undergraduate courses. With strong academic opportunities, it's no wonder that Hawkeyes are very successful upon graduation. With over 200 undergraduate programs, 100 graduate, doctoral, and professional programs across 12 academic colleges, it's clear why the University of Iowa is the 33rd ranked public university in the nation. At Iowa, choosing a major is just the start. When it comes to academics, we are flexible. You can focus on what you love and work across areas of study to build on your own combination of courses. Wherever your interests lead you, we want to help you get there. The top 3 areas of study for students coming from Texas are English and Creative Writing, our Tippie College of Business, and the Health Sciences. Writing at the university is a huge part of who we are. Iowa's breadth and depth of writing is second to none. When you think of writing, this is a quintessential skill that will carry you throughout your professional and personal lives. At Iowa, students have diversity in their degree offerings within writing, from English and Creative Writing, undoubtedly our most well-known and celebrated program, focusing on personal growth as a writer, our innovative screenwriting and cinematic arts program with impressive Hawkeye connections to Hollywood, and then our journalism and mass communication program, which takes a multimedia approach to storytelling. Next, the Tippie College of Business is the 21st public business program in the nation and offers direct admission for competitive incoming students. Students admitted to the Tippie College of Business participate in real-world experiences through our Tippie Rise program, which stands for research, internship, study abroad, and experiential learning. Finally, Health Sciences at Iowa are one of our most impressive academic professional programs. Our campus is home to 3 hospitals, a College of Medicine, College of Dentistry, College of Pharmacy, College of Public Health, College of Nursing, Neuroscience, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Chemistry, Biochemistry, Biomedical Sciences, Health and Human Physiology, and much, much more. Undergraduates who aspire to continue on to professional programs find strong mentorship with faculty, groundbreaking research, and a unique opportunity to be immersed in a robust and innovative health science-rich community. Iowa's application for admission is open. I encourage all of my Texas students to apply by the November 1st early action deadline. This will maximize your scholarship and admissions opportunities. We accept the University of Iowa application, the common application, or the coalition application. There's absolutely no preference as to which application you choose. As you will see here, our admissions process is very transparent, and we're proud of the fact that our acceptance rate is over 80% for the fall of 2021. I'm also happy to share that for fall of 2022, Iowa is test optional for admissions and scholarships. Students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. Applications without a test score will need to submit an essay and high school transcript with their application. If a student is able to take the ACT or SAT, they are encouraged to submit that score before April 1st. Receipt of a test score will never negatively impact a previous admission or scholarship decision. We also know that the cost of higher education poses a significant challenge to students and their families. We're here to help. That means more than offering scholarships. It means dedication to financial literacy and support, and it means providing simple breakdowns of financial resources and how to qualify for them. So definitely let me know what questions you have about that. Hawkeyes are engaged outside of the classroom with over 500 student organizations from social, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and philanthropic organizations. Students are able to enhance their education by engaging in campus, community, and beyond. Every club, event, and activity is an opportunity to make your connections and to find your own community on our campus. Living and learning in one of America's top college towns, it's easy to see why students love to call Iowa City home. Finally, I appreciate your time and your interest in the University of Iowa. Please reach out to me directly with any questions. I'd love to visit with you or your families about your opportunities. I'll put my contact information in the chat, and it's great to be a Hawkeye.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the University of Minnesota, Rochester.
All right. Thank you, everybody. My name is Brett Hartnagel. I am the Director of Admissions here at the University of Minnesota, Rochester. I am not a regional rep, unfortunately, in Texas. I am here in Minnesota. We do have a representative right now in Texas, and she is somewhere between Dallas and Houston. So, but welcome. Thanks so much for coming out to watch these presentations. The University of Minnesota Rochester is part of the University of Minnesota system, which is home to 5 campuses. Most of you are probably very familiar with our Twin Cities campus, which is home to the Gophers, and is also part of the Big Ten as the University of Iowa. But UMR is about an hour and a half south of the Twin Cities, and it is the youngest campus and the newest campus in the University of Minnesota system. What makes Rochester as a city very unique is that we are known as Med City. We are home, Rochester, to the #1 hospital system in the entire United States. That is the Mayo Clinic. And so with that, they decided to make UMR a specialty school, and our specialty being healthcare. So our mission, our goal at the University of Minnesota Rochester is to educate and train the next generation of healthcare providers. We are, since we're such a young school, we are a small school. We have only about 1,000 students. But one of the unique things is that every one of these students is interested in going into healthcare. So you're going to be immersed with students who have the same interests and background that you do. Most of our students are from the Midwest, but we are seeing a rise of students coming out of Texas, including Dallas and Houston. And one of the great things about our student body, besides its diversity, is the fact that many of our students are able to graduate early because of a lot of the credits that students tend to come in with. One of the biggest differences that you're going to see today between UMR and probably every other school that you watch today is that UMR, instead of having 50 or 100 different majors, we focus really on one program, health sciences. Now, within health sciences, we're more than just pre-med U or nursing U. You can go into hundreds of different careers in the health sciences. You can go into public health, mental health. You can do health technology, health business. You can do research. And of course, you can do patient care. Patient care being physical therapy, occupational therapy, dentistry, pharmacy, physician's assistant. There are hundreds of careers that you can go into. And so part of our job, and the nice thing about having Mayo as a backdrop, is that you'll have the opportunity to really explore all of these healthcare careers. Now, some of you do know, as of today, I want to go into one of 3 possible careers: nursing, physician's assistant, and respiratory care. If you are interested in one of these 3 careers, instead of doing the general health sciences degree, you're going to do the early assurance program, which is a direct path into one of these careers. But In order to apply and be admitted to these programs, you really need to know why it is that you want to be a nurse, or why it is that you want to be a physician's assistant or a respiratory care therapist. These programs are essentially pre-job training programs, so they're going to get you ready to go right into the career upon graduation. The great thing about these 3 programs is that all of your training will be done at the Mayo Clinic. So in terms of admissions, what are we looking for? Well, to be quite honest, we're looking for students who have a passion in healthcare. We want to see what that passion is. What drove you to go into healthcare? What is great about our student body is that there's a camaraderie amongst all of our students that drives them in healthcare, whether it's that they were former patients, or their family members were patients, or now they want to be the folks that helped them in the past. Obviously, we're going to look at strong academics, but especially in the math and the science area. And then if you have things like letters of recommendation, we'll accept those as well. We are test optional. If you feel like you'd like to submit the SAT or ACT, you can absolutely do so. But if you don't want to, you're not going to be penalized for that. What we're really looking for are students who are driven and are interested in getting into healthcare careers. One of our newest programs that I'd like to officially announce is called Next Gen Med. And Next Gen Med is for students who are interested in health business, the business side of healthcare. Those who would like to be project managers, or data analysts, or healthcare administrators. That is a 2.5-year program. So instead of a 4-year program, it's 2.5 years. So you graduate early, which means you spend less on your education, but you're able to graduate early and then get into your career faster, making more money. That has a guaranteed Mayo Clinic internship, and that application will officially open November 1. So while the general application is open now, the Next Gen Med app will open up November 1 for those who are interested in going more into the healthcare administration side or the business side. In terms of cost for UMR, one of the other unique things about us is that we don't have an out-of-state tuition. So that tuition of $12,000, that is the same for whether you're a Minnesota resident or a Texas resident. The difference in housing is because of all of our dorms are full apartments, but some of them will have a double room versus some of them will have a single room. So if you want to have your own room with your own privacy, you're going to be paying a little bit more. And then the rest of your costs for UMR will be your personal expenses, and that's how we get to that $24,000 to $28,000 range. What I will also say is that we have lots of scholarships available, so please feel free to apply by December 1 to get all of your scholarship opportunities, as well as those early assurance programs. Please also feel free to visit us at any time, and I look forward to chatting with some of you on the Q&A. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Next up, we have the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss.
Hello, how's it going? My name is Rocky Forson. I'm with the University of Mississippi, and super excited to be able to talk to you guys today. With Ole Miss, we want to help you build your legacy. We're located in Oxford, Mississippi, which is in far north Mississippi, about the same distance north and east as Lubbock is north and west from Houston. So it's kind of easy for you to have the opportunity to understand that it's not as far as you may think it is. Texas is just big. Oxford, Mississippi was named the best college town by Southern Living and recently by ESPN, which is something that we are super proud of. The city of Oxford was literally founded in order to host the flagship of Mississippi. So it's something from its very beginning, it has revolved absolutely around the university, and everything that involves one also involves the other. We love our university in Oxford, and the university absolutely loves Oxford. So just to let you know that our student life and traditions at Ole Miss is big. Our students are coming from all over the place. About half of our students come from outside of Mississippi, and about 10% of our student body is from Texas. So it is something that is pretty big. We have over 400 student organizations, and about half of our students are involved in fraternities and sororities, if that's something that you're interested in. We love our athletics, SEC sports. We're not always the best, but we love our Rebels the most. The schools and colleges available at the University of Mississippi. Now, the thing about this is we are all auto admit. So if you are admitted to the university, you can choose your major as well. There's only 5 majors that have additional requirements and only 3 majors that will require a competitive application into. So if you study, or if you choose to study accounting, business, engineering, you know before you go if you would be able to be admitted. Our School of Accountancy is separate from our College of Business. It's a little bit different like that, but it also means that they are able to have full use of all the resources of an entire school. So that is something that allows our students to get the best attention needed for a successful accounting program. It is a top 10 program in the nation, and we are very proud of it. So if that's something that you're interested, absolutely reach out to me. Special programs, some of these are the ones that you would have to have the competitive entry to. Arabic and Chinese flagship is our flagship languages program, so that would be competitive entry. Intelligence studies is going into FBI, CIA type stuff. It is a competitive minor. Center for Manufacturing Excellence is also a competitive minor. Croft Institute for International Studies is a competitive major. Mississippi Excellence in Teaching Program is a scholarship. Pharmacy early entry, you can either be admitted to the early entry program or do pharmacy as a early entry, or as a regular major, so that you would be able to have an opportunity to know that you're admitted to PharmD before or not. Honors College and the Leadership Institute is also another competitive major. Financial aid, about 80% of our freshmen receive some sort of financial aid. There are scholarships based on test scores, leadership, extracurriculars, GPA, legacy status, veteran status, all sorts of things. So depending on what you have, we have an entire webpage full of scholarships, and some are competitive and some are automatic. So it depends on those, what your resume particularly says. Expenses at the University of Mississippi, if you are coming in as an out-of-state student with no scholarships, it's about $25,000, $26,000 a year for tuition, with another about $10,000 a year for room and board, just to let you know those things. All of our freshmen do live on campus. It is a great time. Our most popular buildings are actually our traditional halls, where you have the down the hall bathroom is what I call them. And they are, they're the ones that have been around for generations. Some of our students now have their grandparents that lived in the dorms when they were in college, and it is absolutely the first ones to fill up, which is a really unique kind of situation, and I think it's really fun as well. So scheduling a tour with Ole Miss is super simple, olemiss.edu/visit. We would love to see you, hotty toddy. This is me. I live in Houston. I would love to talk to you, your parents, about any of the opportunities that we offer. We're a great school, 16:1 faculty ratio, and I think that's about all I got for you guys today. So hotty toddy, y'all have a great day.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the University of Oregon.
All right, great. My mic is on. Good. Hi, everyone. My name is Olivia Manward. I'm the Regional Admissions Counselor for the University of Oregon. I am in Texas, located in Houston, so my region is South Texas. If you live in this area, I would be your point of contact. I'll talk to you a little bit today in these 6 minutes about where we're located. Some of our top programs on our campus are the most popular ones, and then get a little bit into the application process. Of course, after this, you're welcome to set up a meeting with me, which you can do through our website. We can do a Zoom meeting one-on-one. That way you can get some more information from me. The University of Oregon is a public liberal arts research university located in Eugene, Oregon. We are 2 hours south of Portland, which is our largest city, and we are an hour from both the coast and the Cascade Mountains. We are open for in-person tours, so you are welcome to come and visit us. And if you were to do that, you can fly in to Portland or Eugene. There's an airport in both, and both have options for shuttles that will take you and drop you off on campus. So that's an option for you. There's a lot of outdoor recreation opportunities at the University of Oregon and throughout the state. We have an outdoor program that will rent snowboards, kayaks, camping gear, whatever you need to go outside and explore Oregon, or explore again, as we like to say. Getting into our campus a little bit, 295 acres takes just about 15 minutes to get from one far end of campus to the other. Of course, your classes usually are somewhere in the middle, so you won't be going from one far end of campus to the other. As you can see from this photo, very green, we have lots of trees, over 4,000 trees on our campus, which is an arboretum. And we've been ranked #1 as a green city. So that is based on our air quality, our transportation system, and just our overall commitment to sustainability. When you are on campus, you get free public transportation as well. So our public transportation system will take you wherever you need to go throughout the city, and in some cases into other cities, especially if you want to go exploring a little bit. Our campus has a little over 18,000 undergraduate students. Around 22,000 students total. So we have students from every county in Oregon across all 50 states and 90 countries. And that includes now a little over 320 Texas ducks. It went up from about 280, 290 last year. So every year there are more Texas ducks coming up to the Pacific Northwest and to Eugene, Oregon. We are considered a mid-sized institution, and sometimes we like to say we're a Goldilocks institution, meaning we're not too big, not too small, we are just right. And so being a mid-sized institution means you get the best of both worlds. You get access to a lot of large school things, like we are a Division I campus. Texas football is king up in Oregon. We have football, basketball, softball. We're Track Town USA. We host the Olympic trials. You also get a lot of access to groundbreaking research at the University of Oregon and numerous study abroad programs. You also get that, we place a high emphasis on smaller academic environments. So our class size median is 20, and 79% of our classes have 50 students or less in them. Here is a few of our top majors. We have all our majors across 9 schools and colleges on our campus, including our Lundquist College of Business, College of Design, College of Arts and Sciences. We have a journalism school, School of Music and Dance, College of Education and Honors College, Law School, and the list goes on there. If you are not sure what you want to do, it's absolutely okay. You do not need to come into school and have your whole entire life figured out by the time that you are a freshman. When I was a freshman at U of O, I changed my major 3 times. We have different freshman interest groups that you can get involved in, and they kind of help you navigate different majors to kind of see what you like. So there really is no pressure. We like to say exploring is our most popular major. We do have a live-on requirement for freshman students on campus, and that's really a way to get connected and build community, as well as joining one of our clubs and organizations. We have over 300 clubs and organizations on our campus, and these range from clubs that are identity-based, faith-based, and just passion-based, as well as a lot of opportunities to play sports if you're interested in club or intramural. We even have an esports lounge on campus, and they compete. It's a varsity level team. We have a wonderful craft center if you're someone who likes to, use your hands and create things, maker spaces, things like that. So it really just depends on what you are interested in. It's really something for everybody. Getting into our application process, we have 3 ways that you can apply to us: the Common App, Coalition, and our own Oregon application. We do not do ranking or that automatic admission. So our process is always a holistic process. We don't have a set GPA that you need to have to get in, but our middle GPA of students who applied in our last class was between a 3.492 and between a 3.9. So that's that range there, but we admit students on both sides of that. When we look at your application, we're looking at your GPA and also how you got to your GPA. So we're looking at your grade trends from your freshman to your senior year. We're looking at the type of courses that you have chosen to take, your senior year schedule, how you have chosen to spend your time outside the classroom. We are also test optional continuously. Test scores do not hold a heavy weight in our admissions process, and we're also test free for scholarships in this next coming year. You will wrap all of that up with a personal statement so we can kind of like hear your voice a little bit outside of all these numbers that you'll be submitting to us. There's some other optional essays, but again, they're optional and we really mean that. November 1st is our early action deadline. It's non-binding, so you can take the time that you need to make your decision. And January 15th is our regular deadline. May 1st is National Decision Day for all students, so you want to make sure you let us know by then. Our Oregon Guarantee lets you know that tuition is fixed for up to 5 years. So either if you're in a 5-year program like architecture, just need extra time, the tuition will not change. If you want some more information, you're welcome to scan this QR code and I'll put my information in the chat as well. Again, we're open for tours. Feel free to come visit us. Feel free to set up a meeting with me. And thank you so much for coming and hearing us today. Let's go Ducks.
Thank you. Next up, we have the University of Texas at Austin.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for being here this morning to talk with all of us. My name is Veronica Pena, and I work out of the Houston Admissions Center for the University of Texas at Austin. So if you did not know, we do have a Houston office where we have representatives to help you here locally. Let's go ahead and get started. So UT Austin, you might have heard of us. We are a large institution. We have 13 different colleges and over 170 different fields of studies. So we do have a little bit of everything from education, engineering, STEM fields. We have a 4-year school of nursing. We have a school of social work, an education program. And so again, a little bit of everything. We do encourage you to explore our majors on our Wayfinder website, which we will share with you in just a moment on the little chat room. But we have a little bit of everything. And so that's a huge benefit of attending a large institution. Now, although we are a large school with 51,000 students strong, we do a really great job at making a big place feel small. So our student to faculty ratio is actually 18:1, and 60% of our classes do have 30 students or less in them, with our retention rate being about 96%, which means our students are being successful as they're continuing on with their studies from their freshman year to sophomore year. So when you get to our campus, we're going to make sure you have the assistance you need to continue on with your studies right there on our campus. Now, we are a Tier 1 institution. What that means is a lot of money is given to us to focus on research. In fact, a number of our students will get involved in research during some point on their time on campus, with about 86% of students doing research. We have a number of different opportunities for you to get involved on campus. So we have a number of initiatives through our diversity and community engagement office. So we have our Human Sweat Center for Black males. We have our Latina, Latinx, and Indigenous Leadership Institute, also known as Lilly. We have our Project Males, which is a community that's really focused on our Latino male population. We have FLY, our Fearless Leadership Institute, which is a specific community for our Black and African American women of color. And then we do a really great job at celebrating our first generation students and making sure we have spaces on our campus for them to meet and have the resources to be successful. These are just a few of our communities we have on our campus. You do not have to identify within these communities to participate. However, the conversations do not change. We also have a gender and sexuality center. If our students want to become an ally for the LGBTQ plus community, you can definitely do that right there on our campus. But we want you to feel comfortable on our campus. We want you to find your community, and there are many opportunities for you to do that. We also have over 1,300 student organizations. So we have everything from Greek, social, special interest, political, academic, religious organizations. We want you to get involved. There are plenty of opportunities for you to do that, whether that be through research, one of our community organizations, a student organization here, or maybe it's you going to one of our athletic events or a music event on our campus. We also have a lot of study abroad opportunities with over 400 different programs. And then each one of our academic colleges has their own career services to help you find those internships, part-time jobs to lead to that full-time career. We are located in downtown Austin, Texas. We like to say keep Austin weird because there's something for everyone there. And so if you have not been able to come to our campus to explore it, we do encourage you to do so. Visiting campus is a really great way for you to determine if UT Austin is a good fit. Moving really quickly onto our admissions process, we will holistically review your application. So we are looking at absolutely every application item. We're looking at your interests, your passions. What have you done? What have you not done? And how is UT Austin going to help take you there? We're going to be looking at those grades, your essay, your short answers. How did you challenge yourself? We do have what we call automatic admission. So if you are a senior applying and you are in the top 6% of your class, you will be automatically admitted to this school. However, we will take that holistic approach for your major. If you are outside of automatic admission, still apply. You can still be admitted. We will take that holistic approach. Again, really looking at everything, and we are really, really focused on your first choice major. I did mention a little bit earlier that we have a whole team of admission counselors here in the Houston area, and we go out to your high schools. We can meet with you virtually or in person at our Houston office. So I do encourage you to reach out to us. I will share my contact information in just a moment, but here is also just a few additional application items you will need to submit. Again, we're taking a look at absolutely everything in that review process. You are not required to send in test scores this year. You can if you want to, or you can decide not to. Totally up to you. You are not at an advantage or disadvantage if you decide to or to not submit that test score. An expanded resume is also an optional item, as well as letters of recommendation. Students, our application is open. Our priority deadline is November 1st, which just means if you have all your items in by November 1st, you will hear back by February 1st. If not, our final deadline is December 1st. Feel free to reach out to me or my team here in Houston. And thank you so much for having us here today. Y'all have a lot of great opportunities, and we're excited to see y'all apply to colleges this year.
Thank you so much. So we are now moving into the Q&A portion of the session. So I asked that all the institutions please turn on their camera. And as students, feel free to ask questions utilizing the Q&A button. But I just wanted to ask you all, and if you can go in presentation order, what's one thing you want students to remember about your institution?
Hi, so for our University of Alabama, I would definitely say just making an investment on your future. You know, your overall, I guess, goal is to obviously get a job after you graduate from your college. So investing in the University of Alabama, like I mentioned in my presentation, we are #1 in the SEC, #2 in the nation for internship placement. These internships do not have to take place just in the state of Alabama. We have internships globally throughout the US and internationally. So we are going to make sure that you are completely resourceful and prepared for the workforce once you graduate. Also, we had over 90% of our students that graduated, 70% of our students that participated in a survey that graduated this past year. 90% of them reported back that they already had a job or in the process of being hired within 6 months of graduating. So that's huge. So roll Tide.
Hey there, with the University of Iowa, I'd really like to point out that if you are a student who has a passion for writing, who loves any type of writing, that the University of Iowa's program is second to none in terms of the opportunities that you have to enhance your skills, to look at a really amazing career within the writing community.
With the University of Minnesota Rochester, we are home and right physically next door to the #1 hospital system in the United States. And so if you are interested in healthcare and you want experience from a world brand name institution like the Mayo Clinic, UMR can get you connected and get you those hands-on learning opportunities. So before you spend 12 or 15 or however many years in the medical field, you want to know, can you actually, take the side of blood or, and really, get into it. So if you're interested in healthcare, this is the place to be.
Hi, y'all. So one thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to throw out real quick, we are having a free application weekend. So if you are interested in Ole Miss and have been thinking about applying through our institutional app this weekend would be completely free. Follow me on Instagram at OleMiss Rocky, and you'll be able to find the code there. Also, to let you know about our Health Sciences Center, which is pretty phenomenal. We are the only medical center in Mississippi, so that does give us a lot of opportunities. Our health professions advising was ranked 3rd in the nation by Science Times with our programming and output for medical school. The students that participate in our program are getting into medical school at a 82% rate and dental school at a 90% rate. Those are some pretty phenomenal numbers for having absolutely no requirements to get in, no GPA requirements, MCATs, anything like that. It's something that we work with you to help you find your place in med school.
And with the University of Oregon, we're a Tier 1 public liberal arts research university. So whether you're interested in the sciences and want to participate in a lot of groundbreaking research, or you're interested in business or our College of Design, where our students work closely with companies like Intel, Google, Nike, or if you're big on sustainability and the environment, going up to the Pacific Northwest would be the choice for you. So yeah.
At UT Austin itself is a really great place for professional development. They have a lot of different homes and headquarters for Dell, Google, Facebook, Apple. You have a lot of tech startup companies there. It's the live music capital of the world, so you have that art scene as well. And then we have a number of different hospital chains there in the city of Austin with our own Dell Medical Hospital right there on our campus as well. So lots of great opportunities for students to get internships, part-time jobs, and then of course, being the state capital of Texas, that Capitol building is just a few blocks from campus. At any given time, we typically have about 200 students interning there.
Thank you all so much. And I do see quite a few questions in the Q&A section. So I am going to do something a little untraditional, and I'm going to just put my wrap-up slide now. So you all can have some time to answer those questions in the Q&A and button there. So they do have some targeted questions for you all in there. So give me 1 second to pull that up. Thank you for joining us today. There will be a quick survey at the end once you close the window, a quick 5-minute survey. I encourage you to sign up for more sessions. There is another session block happening after this, and a recording of this will be available at stripescan.com/yesprep. And just a reminder, this session will end promptly in 3 minutes. So if you have any questions, please use this time. And if not, I invite you to look at the chat box where you'll find more contact information from our panelists today. Thank you.